Dramatic new changes in the school cafeteria. No more chocolate milk. Why lunch will never be the same. Well, what would Adam Sandler say? Big changes are on the menu at the school cafeteria, while the lunch lady could stop serving up the standards. The interview ahead. You're watching the Fox 25 News at 10. Will this scene from Glee play out in lunchrooms across the country soon? Is it the end of tater tots? The U.S. Department of Agriculture is ready to enforce it in the lunchroom. New federal standards released today are said to be the most dramatic in 15 years. And joining me from our Beacon Hill studio to talk more about these changes is Ellen Parker, Executive Director of Project Bread. Always nice to see you, Ellen. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm delighted to hear this news.
Yes, I know you are. Among the proposed changes, let's talk about them. Calorie limits, less salt, trans fats, skim milk. All good things here?
All good things. I mean, I have to say, Secretary Vilsack is stood up and he's put children first and he's told the truth. We all know that we have an epidemic of obesity and overweight among our children. We know it has long-term consequences. At Project Bread, we know this because we've been advocating for 5 years to really serve healthy food to low-income kids. And I've got to say, he's my hero.
What about things, though, like chocolate milk, good old sheet cake, or the always tasty tater tot? Will kids revolt here? I mean, can't they have a few indulgences?
Oh, God, sheet cake, my indulgence. The truth is that children, low-income children particularly, depend on school food. So it's fantastic. It's great to have an indulgence now and then, but we're talking about 60% of the calories the kids are eating every day. Let's make them healthy calories.
We're talking 32 million school kids. And when you joined us last time, school chefs were already improving the lunch standards in the Boston schools. Are we ahead of the curve, maybe, when you look across the country here?
I think we are. And, you know, in Massachusetts, there are 300,000 kids who depend on school meals for more than 60% of their calories. So we are ahead of the curve, and I think that we have been telling the truth, just like Secretary Vilsack. We have a health problem here. It's a public health problem, and it's high time that we started to correct it.
Any idea about cost? I mean, when I like healthier foods, it always seems the organics, they're more expensive.
We're not talking about organic food. We are talking about fresh food. And one of the things I want to take a really hard look at is, let's not look at the kids to find cost savings. Let's take a look at the institution. Let's take a look at how much it costs schools to actually deliver these meals. There's no standardization across school districts. This is a great opportunity to look at the delivery system and see if we can save some money there and put that savings into healthy food.
And perhaps long term, not only the kids, but the adults. I mean, if the kids are eating well at school, perhaps they come home and say to mom and dad, hey, you know what? Put that cake aside and have some carrots.
Oh, you got that right. Have some carrots.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch how it all plays out. It's certainly different from when we were growing up, but, you know, for the better, as you said, an obesity epidemic in this country, it's got to be.
Absolutely. You got that right.
Ellen Parker, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.